What's good? hmm Back at it again, man. Back at it again, man. It's your big homie, Big Daddy. And this is the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast. Truthfully and thankfully, I appreciate everybody, man, for tapping in and tuning in and rocking with me for over the years and all that good old stuff, man. I appreciate y'all. But as you can see, based on the topic, it's almost over, and y'all still don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's almost over, and you still don't care. I just want to ask y'all one question, man. How much more do you need to see? How many more signs? How many more signs do you need? How bad this shit got to get before you start caring? How bad? How bad does shit get before you realize that you need to start giving a fuck about something? What more do you need to see? What more do you need to see? Every sign, every sign that's out here is pointing to the same direction. Every sign out here is pointing towards doom and gloom. Everybody is in survival mode right now. I don't care if you're a millionaire. I don't care if you're 100,000aire. I don't care if you're a hundredaire. I don't care what you got. Everybody's in survival mode right now. If you're in reality, if you're in reality, niggas is in survival mode. AKA, you got to think twice about everything you do. And if not, I pray everybody's not fucked up. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not here saying everybody's fucked up. Woo woo. Everything's bad. No, that's not what I'm saying. At this level of the game, at this stage of the game, it's almost the damn end of the game, and people are still, with all the information that they're being given, with all the signs that's pointing, they still don't give no fuck about nothing. Y'all are sitting around waiting for your master to tell you what to think about. Y'all sitting around waiting for your masters to tell you what to fucking think and care about. It's like, how much more? And I'll say this, aside of social engineering, everybody understands social engineering is a thing. That's all easy to see. That's not a problem. Social engineering is what it is. But aside of that, it's your personal choices that dictate socially where you're gonna be at. It's your personal choices, your day-to-day, everyday choices that's gonna dictate the pace of your life and where you end up, the trajectory to your life. If you're out here sinning and spinning and sinning, that's what's gonna come back to you. If you're out here putting good into it, not expecting nothing out, just keep continually putting out good things will come to you. You could be acting like you're doing good, right? I'm gonna say this too. This is really important. People do things to get the perception that they're decent or good. People do things for public affirmation or public attention or the public's um for public accolades and shit. A lot of times people don't do good deeds and let it be unknown. Most people do good shit. They want to brag and boast and tell everybody what's going on so they can get some type of brownie points or validation, like they're a good person, which is a lot of evil people who try to act like they're doing good in the name of philanthropy, in the name of different things, and they still trying to cover up their negative agendas. You get what I'm saying? So don't be blinded and don't be fooled. You have to truly be able to discern what's somebody's character and discern if they're truly who they say they are. You know what I mean? So what I'm getting at, we're approaching droughts, we're approaching famines. The Euphrates River is drying up. The Mississippi River is drying up. A lot of the main waterways in America are drying up. A lot of the main waterways was dried up by these water companies who took all the water from these local sources, and they willingly and knowingly knew what they were doing. Because if you make it's like this, if you understand that there's a certain amount of fresh water, drinkable water on this planet, right? And you understand where the aquifers are at, and you understand where the you study the lakes, you study the geography of pink Himalayan waters and the waters in this and the waters of that and these waters and these waterways and these channels. They have this shit mapped out a long time ago. I think it's called topography. You know, while you are worrying about shaking your fucking ass, while you're worrying about where you're gonna put your dingaling at, while you're worrying about what pussy you're gonna have, what shoes you're gonna put on, they're doing topography on where your ass is not gonna have water or where you're gonna have water access. And they're pretty much have drained these waterways dry, sold you the water in these bottled water, made enough money to totally dominate, have underground bunkers and all these other things that they got while you ain't got shit and ain't gonna have shit because you can't seem to get your mind off of your favorite rapper. You can't get your mind off your favorite rapper long enough to figure out where your family's gonna be doing with the next 10 years of your life. And at this point, it's only 7 years left, according to the drastic and dramatic changes that they're coming with. You know, it's only gonna be seven. What do you call it? It's only gonna be seven. It's only 7 years left, less than 7 years now, because it's 2023. So we got 6 years and some months counting. You know, before the drastic changes, and everything that's coming ain't gonna be necessarily bad. But are you ready? Are you ready, motherfuckers? Like, yeah, I got this food stocked up. I got this. Do you have more than a year worth? Do you have more than 2 years worth? Do you have enough uh resources and water to bathe with? Do you have it's like this. Prepping and stepping is a constant thing. It's not something that you can get comfortable and stop doing. When you're preparing for something, preparation, it's a constant state. Preparation is a you can put it like this, you can have everything you think you need in your little prep thing, right? In your preps. But you don't know what could happen. Your preps could get washed away. Your preps could get stolen. Your preps could get burned. Your preps could get old. They can expire. You understand me? So it's so many things in stocking and prepping. It is not something that you could do for once and say, "Oh, I'm good now. We straight." No, that shit never stops. It never stops. You know what I'm saying? It's going to keep on keeping on, and you got to keep adjusting with the times and situations because everything around us is changing so quickly and dramatically that if you're not like able and bendable and flexible enough, you're not going to even be willing to try to make drastic changes to survive, let alone know what changes to make given the situation. This is why it's so important to be on your preps. It's so important to be on your knowledge. This is why it's so important. It's not something that you just want to do just to do, you know? It's like even everyday life is preparation. You got to constantly prepare to be in this life. You got to be thinking ahead about what you're going to eat. You got to be thinking where you're going to sleep. You got to have somewhere to clean yourself at. All this shit. This is all constant preparation. You got to prepare for work. You got to prepare your dinner. You got to prepare. Everything in life takes preparation. So it's a constant evolution. Preparation is the constant evolution of man, and you should never stop preparing for good and bad. It's the thing. People think everything's negative. It's not. Information is information. You know, you could do with the information what you want to do with it. But once the information's been presented to you, it's on you now. You know, and like I said, these signs are pointing from every direction of what's coming in your way, what's coming our way. The food shortages. Man, put it like this. Y'all been eating fake meats. Y'all been eating fake meats for the last 12 years and don't even know it. Niggas are eating glued meat, government 3D made meats. And niggas don't even think about that shit or question it. You know, people just got them blindly walking into these situations that they got created for you. Blindly, you know? This shit's so sad, man. Like we've become the cattle that they've been killing off for years. Because they tell you where to go, they lead you in every direction, and then even they guide you there with street lights. And man, your ass is under full control, buddy. Full control. And then ain't nothing wrong with systems because systems are in place. That's a good thing. Systems like, you know, laws and all this shit, it's good. But what I'm saying is, if you're not aware of the laws, if you're not aware of the system that's in place, how could you survive it? You know, I've even seen some shit that's one time they said they determine who gets to have babies and who don't. It's like if you're breedable class, if you're in the breedable class, they'll allow your baby to be born. If you're not in the breedable class, you'll have a miscarriage. If you're not in the breedable class, something randomly will happen and your baby will be gone or aborted or something gonna happen. This shit's been set up to keep you and knock you up out of there. It's been set up. Now it's being implemented. We're actually watching it happen now. That's the scary part. It's not the fact that thinking of what could happen and you worry about conspiracy and all bullshit. No, it's not about that. It's about when you turn your TV on, when you turn on your news that they saying out of their mouth, the horse, it's telling you we got bomb storms. We have like uh historical storms that never been recorded. The most historical storm. I've been hearing that for the last 10 years. These storms are extreme or more than ever, more than ever, more than ever. Like every storm gets more historical than the next. You think it's a reason? You think there's not a reason behind this? You think or mostly this is what it is. No, y'all niggas don't give a fuck. Niggas like, I'm gonna listen to Lil Uzi Vert and I'm gonna listen to 50 Cent. I'm gonna watch 50 Cent, bro. Fuck all that nigga shit, bro. Fuck all that, bro. The world it is shit, bro. I don't even care about the world, boy. And that's not saying it is, cause I pray it don't, you know. I'm here too. But what I'm saying is niggas don't even give a fuck enough to where they can't snap out of their programming. Look, ain't nothing cool on TV no more to watch. Nothing. And I got full access to all this shit, man. Yeah, ain't nobody in here. I know that. But get what? When it replays, see, this what you don't understand. This what you don't understand, Max Jackson. Let me put you on some game match, Jackson. All right, listen, let me put you on some game match, Jackson. Ain't nobody in here. Look, when this shit plays back, see, this is called a record. This is called a video record. I'm recording. So it doesn't matter if I'm humble enough to talk to one person. I'm humble enough to talk to 10, a million. I'm humble enough and thankful that you are in here, Matt Jackson, checking. But it's about this here. When this shit gets recorded and people play this back, that's what this is about. This shit ain't, I'm just talking to somebody. So what I'm supposed to do, just sit here and wait for you to come in here, Max Jackson, before I say something, and then start talking when you come here and then you jump out whenever you feel like? No, my nigga, this ain't what this about. Cause I'm gonna be doing this whether you watch it or not. And I love and appreciate you for tapping on. But what I'm saying is, I ain't no goddamn cloud chaser finna sit on here and wait for 50 people and not be able to convey my message just because there's nobody watching. I don't care about that, bro. This shit gonna get heard whether it's 2 people or 20 or a million or 20 or however, you know what I mean? But what I'm talking about is today is how everything is set the fuck up and people still don't care. We're witnessing, I won't even say end of times, but we're witnessing drastic and dramatic times in life. Historical, never ever seen before shit. We're witnessing it, and nobody gives a fuck enough to make barely any changes in their life. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm here talking about. How do we live in a time where we're watching storms and all this shit wipe niggas off? We're watching viruses knock niggas off like the Black Plague. We're living through the Black Plague times and ain't seen nothing yet. You think you seen something? We ain't seen shit yet. Wait till this new shit. Wait till the new come out. Give it about another year and see how drastic shit. Wait till before the elections and see what's going on. You already see it right now with those fucking fake ass 5 cops who beat the dude to death. Okay, yeah, they beat the dude to death. That don't even fucking matter because here it is. That shit happened like 2 weeks ago and they're just now playing it for us today. Or last few days ago. So all these dumbasses could get riled up and get rallied up and do some bullshit, and they're gonna take more. They're gonna take way more people's freedoms for them making mistakes. It said, my boy Max said, a lot of people woke all about this all. It just no one willing to do anything about it. Exactly. 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 Yeah, false flag. Exactly. And now I will say this. Even if it's not, if everything is not gonna be a false flag, shit is happening every day in real life. You know what I mean? But you shouldn't be taken. Let me say one thing. Let me close this shit up. We should never be taken when there's way more people dying every day in the community, black community. But more black people are killing black people than police killing black people, and don't nobody say shit about that, you know? So that's why I just don't really give a fuck about the dude who just died. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck. You know why? He shouldn't have ran. He should have shut the fuck up and he should have remained silent and did what you're supposed to do when police is coming at you, especially when they telling you they're gonna rough you up and beat you up. Nigga, if somebody tell me they're gonna beat me up, a cop with a Glock 17 on his hip and a fucking billy stick, you tell me to shut the fuck up, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. You tell me put your hands, I'm gonna put my fucking hands up, cause obviously they clapping motherfuckers. That's not nothing normal. I mean that ain't nothing abnormal. I don't give a fuck about that dude. I'm worried about what we gonna eat next month. I'm worried about what we gonna eat next year. 4, 5 years now when they telling you that we gonna eat crickets and bugs and shit. You know, they tell you you're gonna eat crickets and bugs, which we're already eating bugs. We've been eating bugs for years. Locust bean gum in your ice cream. It's in your ice cream and all that shit. Oh, it's called locust bean gum. Look that shit up. You have some ice cream. For one, nigga, we're eating goddamn. They put humans in the food, so and call it natural flavor. So what the fuck do I care about a nigga getting beat up by 5 cops? I don't give a fuck about that. You know what my bro said? The media pick and choose what they make huge headlines. There's worse stories out there than this. Exactly, man. Come on, man. They ain't even talking about the dude that they let go for the basketball playing bitch no more. What's going on with that nigga? Like, it's so many more things in life that really is really relevant to our lives that it don't matter. So this is what I'm saying. This is why I'm on here talking to nobody or whoever, because this is the real underground railroad of information that we need as Americans, as people, to make us make wiser decisions in our day-to-day lives and get prepared for future. Because our ancestors always prepared for future. They stocked up in their sheds, and they salted meat, and they dried meat and made jerky, and they fucking canned foods, and they fucking preserved foods and freezed it and ice dry preserved it and all that. Our ancestors been doing this. It's just us. Let me hit my black them out. It's just us dummies, American dummies, who have no wisdom of the past and no understanding that everything that was in the past is needed for life. All of the agricultural tricks and all of the agricultural things were needed and still are needed for life. Because I guarantee you this, they'll take your food away, they'll take your vegetables away, they'll take your fruits away. But I bet you them rich elite people will always eat fruits and vegetables. I bet you those people will always have a garden. I bet you those people will always have some fucking chickens and shit on the side. And while they're taking your chickens away and giving you chicken feed. See, this is the thing. Y'all don't know enough. Talking about what am I on here talking about? I'm trying to save the fucking world, Brody. It's just not enough people to do it. And we're so divided and broken as a human race, that we probably will never get back to the point where we were supposed to be at. And you know why? Because we're all caught up in, I'm a black man, I'm a white man, I'm a gay man, I'm a straight man, I'm a lesbian, I'm a this man. I mean, we so fucking divided. But didn't they say we the people? United we stand, divided we fall. Those are the oldest things in the book. All for one for all. Ain't that how we supposed to be? Ain't America the land of the free and the home of the brave? Okay, so what the fuck? You understand me? So what the fuck? You know? Don't we see everybody out here is hurting for relationships? Can't find nobody? Can't we see it? Can't we see that the man is going against the woman and the woman is going against the man right now? Can't you see it? Can't you see it? Can't you see that the problem's way bigger than the fucking rappers and shit? Can't you see it that rappers are part of the problem? Can't you see it? Can you see it? That we out here worrying about our sexual organs while we ain't even got a family. If you had a wife, you have unlimited pussy, dummy. If you had a husband, you have unlimited dick, dumbass bitch. Excuse my language. We done got that dumb to where we'd rather have crack. Everybody's like crackheads. They want these instant fixes and this instantaneous fulfillment lifestyle, this microwave lifestyle. Niggas, I don't even own a micro fucking wave. I don't want a fast meal. I don't want fast pussy. I don't want fast money. I don't want a fast life. I want a long, beautiful, God blessed life. I want a long day. I want a long smoke. I want a long stroke a bitch, a woman, a beautiful, my wife. I want a long stroke. I don't want no goddamn short moment in time. Y'all got this shit so backwards. Bitches will charge you $1,000 to let you fuck and won't ever see you again. What you gonna buy with $1,000 that's more valuable than your than your energy? What's $1,000 gonna do that's more value for your energy? Oh, I forgot. You're gonna fuck 20 niggas and you're gonna have 20,000. I forgot. I forgot. The money's more important. And what you do with the money, you got to pay your bills, so that's running that down. On top of that, you want a lot designer and what do you call it, material shit. You want bullshit. You're addicted to foods. You're addicted to brands. You're addicted to these corporations who don't give a two shits about you. You've given them so much money that they flying to the moon on your ass. You're giving them so much money that they're building bunkers and fucking running circles around you. You're giving them so much money that they taking your food away. You giving them so much money that they feel like they have the right and the power to take your fucking cars. You giving them so much money that they feel like they have the right and the power to pollute the air you breathe, to take away the water you drink, to control the water you drink. These motherfuckers talking about they changing these lead pipes. They changing the pipes from lead. Nigga, they ain't never cared about us drinking lead. So now they magically care. And I don't care if the pipes are dirty. I don't give a fuck. We niggas been drinking tap water in America for thousands of years. Hundreds of years. And what I'm saying is, and there, of course, there's flints and all that, but they added that shit to that. And that's been proven. So what I'm saying is, you about to be stripped butt naked. Can you hunt? Can you make a blow dart? While niggas was laughing, he African booty scratcher. He's an African booty scratcher. He's an African. Nigga, African can fucking hunt. He don't need shoes. He's straight. That nigga run 20 miles with his bare feet. Can you do that? See, that's the difference. We forgot what humanity is about. What humanity's about. We forgot what humans are. You don't know who you are. Because you've been stripped so fucking naked. And you've been fed so many games and so much bullshit that you don't even have time to figure out who you are. And you don't even know what you are and how powerful we are. But you can though, bro. You can. You can. You know how you do it? You strip yourself of everything and you get the word. You ask for the word, not to preach or do what I do. It's not about that. It's about being a good man, being a good human. Because if you become a good human and everything you do is to be good and to strive for greatness, at that point, you can't go wrong. When you look yourself in the mirror, see, that's why the Bible teaches and a lot of these religions, which I love religion because it's a good set of rules, but it's just a set of rules to keep mankind in line, you know? So, but what I said, when you read the Bible, it tells you like, don't look in mirrors and shit. When you look yourself in the mirror, right? That's when you look into your soul, you stare in your eyes and you look into your soul and you tell yourself, man, hey, do better. Hey, you lied, bro. Don't fucking lie again. Hey, woo, 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 woo. You got to check yourself. And I'm not talking about talk to yourself and all that no insanity type shit. I'm like, look at yourself in the mirror, figure out what you do, what you're good at, what your potentials are and your possibilities. You know, don't think of what the world told you could do. Think what you're good at and try to figure out what you're supposed to be doing and start doing that shit. When you speak the truth to people, they'll call you crazy. But I'm going to tell you what, I just went to a therapist, right? I went to a therapist because the government was all in my ass and doing this and that. So they suggested me to a therapist, family therapist. That man said, there's nothing wrong with me. I have a good, no mental illnesses, nothing wrong with me. He said I just probably have some past traumas I need to go through. But I was released and with a clean bill of health, mental health. So, go to a therapist, man. Get some help if you need it, to talk to somebody, whatever, because they can't call you crazy if you've already been through facilities and shit like that. Cause it's not about, see, the thing what people don't realize, God put people like me, a bunch of people like me on this planet. I'm not the only one, right? It's sometimes I hear people and they sound, I'll be like, yo, they stole my shit. But then I realized, no, nobody stole my shit. The truth, there's only one truth, right? So if you're telling the truth, then it's gonna sound repetitive and shit like that. You know what I mean? It's gonna sound like that. But really, people ain't stealing that shit. God sent these same type of people like me out here. So there's a Bede all around. And I'm starting to see that with this internet. The most beautiful thing about it is I'm starting to see the Bedes around the world. I'm starting to see the other people who are doing the work, you know? And I got proper discernment, so I can see the fakes, the agents. I can see the people who are genuinely doing what they doing, and I can see the people who want fame, and I can see people who want money, and I can see that, that type shit. See, what I'm trying to do is do this by God's grace, because I do know that God is real, and I don't conform to any type of religion. I just respect all of them, and I know God is real. So I'm just a God loving and living man that just trying to help this planet, because this planet has to remain. We have children here. We have futures here. But see, y'all don't realize, like Max Jackson said, the world is scripted. It's very scripted, but now it's under control. They got the human clone babies that they're about to come out with. And everybody's like, cloning. Nigga, you love a fucking clone rapper right now. You've loved the clone movie actor for the last forever. You've been loving those motherfucking clones your whole life. And everyone is not a clone. That's not what I'm saying. But I guarantee you, the Gucci Mans, the Kodak Blacks, the thises, the that's, those are guarantee you clones. And that's not nothing wrong with that, because if these niggas want to monetize their genetics and duplicate themselves to be more than one place at a time, I respect the game, because I understand that this is alien world. This is technology that's been going on since the 50s. So it's not nothing new under the sun. It's just people don't accept things, even when they tell you about it. People don't give a fuck. So that's why I be so like, that's the only thing that gets me is like, I'm carrying this weight and I'm carrying this burden of trying to help everybody. And the boy that cried wolf, and nobody ever believes me until that shit drops on them. They're like, bro is right. Bro is right. Bro is right. That's what they always say. But they say it after it's too late. So why I tell them, why don't you just fucking listen, and we could all get straight together? You know what I mean? They kill most of the rappers and clone them as they control them. Yeah, but that's for monetary reasons, bro. It's to have a motherfucking multiple places at once. It's to have, because you got to realize them people get tired, bro, and a lot of people be real drugged out and fucked up. So they be real tired, and they'll let them create the content while the clone is acting it out. Like, you seen Katy Perry pass out. She said, Master, I'm not feeling too well, and passed out on the stage. Did you hear that? Was I the only one? Because I know I wasn't, because it was millions of Americans who seen it. She said, Master, I'm not feeling too well. Boom, and fucking dropped. And they picked her up like a rag doll, a human rag doll. You know why? Because she is a rag doll. This is the good super technology that they're perfecting right before your eyes. And by the time they implement it on us, it'll be 20 years old. It's 30, 40, 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Hart admitted to having clones. I know. I seen the footage. Where he was on that, he was doing like a press conference about one of his movies. And he's talking about having multiples at one place. You know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and her eyes roll back. They roll behind her head. Her eyes roll behind her head, and she got down, passed out. This shit ain't no joke. See, that's the thing. When you speak reality, you can't speak conspiracy. That's why I don't say, this is possibly gonna happen based on what I think about this. No, I don't do that. I only say, hey, I've seen this. So what do you think? I seen this. This is what's happening right now. So what are we gonna do? Do you care? What can you do? This is what you can do. That's called cause and effect. That's called educated watching educatedly and making what do you call it, adjustments on the way. You know what I mean? That's called being a fucking adult. That's called being a grown man. That's called being a human. Constant evolution to survive and withstand whatever you got to go through. You know, niggas are dumb. They don't understand life for what it is. Everybody wants to be comfortable, and then I just want to do this and do that. Oh, you have the right to all that crazy shit. Okay, now look, I'm gonna tell you another thing too. Everybody wants to still think everything's all sweet, but all the people that you worship and idolize are failures. All the people that people worship and idolize are no good and not doing good in life. And most of them are dead now. I'm gonna tell y'all the saddest shit in the world, man. Whenever I listen to some rap music, because I don't listen to a lot of it, you know, around my kids, because I just want them to not idolize those people. I want them to just recognize the music as the music and damn appreciate it or not, you know, shit like that, if it's suitable for them to listen to, you know. So look, every time I put on some rap music, my 5-year-old son, he be like, is he dead, daddy? Is he dead? Is he dead? I'm talking about every time the fucking new song come on, my son asks me, is the rapper dead? Because a lot of the ones like Juice WRLD and a lot of the people that they like are dead, you know? You know, they make them out to be perfect. Yeah, well, shit, look, I'm gonna tell you something too, man. This is what's going on too. If you stayed alive long enough and you've been alive, now you're starting to see everybody hit these brick walls. Now you're starting to see these celebrities suffering because of the lifestyle that they got, that fantasy bullshit, that vanity, that materialistic lifestyle. That, oh, I have the best of the best, but you have nothing else. You have the best of the best, but you don't have good relationships. You don't have value for regular people and regular things, because a lot of people they've put them in this classification, this classism, this socialism, where they feel like you're different. They make them feel like they're different from you. When they were once poor, all those famous celebrities was poor as hell. Like, you know, you could look at them, they was all dirt poor, looking like rats and roaches. Then they take them from roach to coach. You know what I'm saying? So, and they make them feel like they're better. So then they'll treat everybody else beneath them and keep the cycle of oppression going. That's why it's not good to want to be famous um and seek attention and validation and all that weak ass shit like a woman, because if that's what you want, you're gonna fucking sell out. If you want to be famous and you want validation, you gonna fucking go. You know, you're gonna do whatever, my nigga. Like, and that shit's lame as hell. And I'm gonna tell you something. Even if you get $1 million, it ain't gonna change your life to the point where, because look, this is why they give it. This is why they give the big money, the record deals and the slave money to the dumbest, most uneducated type of people. A lot of times, it's because they know you're gonna blow that money and have to keep coming back to them for that hit, that big money hit. You know, it's crazy out here. It said, Max Jackson said, the music is cursed, bro. They prey on the songs to put you under spells. I remember a music artist admitting this. No, it's a fact, man. I mean, it's all spells. Like, and that's why I say God bless my children and God bless me for raising them and teaching them truth, you know, because my daughter even said the other day, she was listening to some music and she said, what's the point of songs, Daddy? She said, what's the point of songs? And I looked at her. She looked at me. She said, "Yeah, it's just a people just talking for about 3 minutes, and then they got a beat." And I thought about it, I said, "Damn, it's just some rhythmic brainwash shit." You know, because if you think about it, in school, it's A B C D E F G H I J, like everything's rhythmic. You know, everything's rhythmic when they teach you in school, and you learn that way. You know, and you really learn that way easily because it's a way to associate something with the brain. You know, rhyme, it goes with the soul some kind of way. You know, it's just we're wired like that. So these people that have studied and mastered us. I'm talking about mastered the human race. They understand your brain to the My nigga, they're finna come out. No, fuck finna. They're about to come out really soon with the Neuralink. If you don't know what the Neuralink is, that's the fucking computer chip that's about to be in your brain, right? In your brain, so you can operate a computer or a cell phone without using your hand. And you got to plug a fucking USB device. I mean, you got to plug up a USB charger to your head. Welcome to the motherfucking Matrix, man. And if you think you can control the computer, it won't be able to control you. Use a dummy. See, now that's not conspiracy either, because if my brain can control it, it has to be able to control. And they already said it's going to send signals to your brain. And they said your employer, listen to this, what they said at the recently at Davos World Economic Forum. They said that your employer, your boss, will be able to use it. And you in your head, put it like this: if you're on working at your job and you not being productive, it said they could do it to boost productivity. So it said if you're at your job and you're sitting there and you're being lazy, you slacking off, say you on your little forklift or whatever, and you ain't picking up 20 packages an hour like you're supposed to, you're just doing for like 10. You just pacing yourself and bullshitting. Your boss can go in your head and say, in your head, in your skull, in your brain, it's gonna say, hey man, go ahead and pick up the pace, man. We got to get to it, man. It can say whatever he wants straight to your brain. And it said, and it can boost up productivity. So it don't matter. Hold on. Listen to me. It doesn't matter if they could send the message to your brain. They also said it can boost productivity. That means it could tweak into you some kind of way and affect you some kind of way to better your productivity at a job, aka put some pep in your step, a little electric voltage. Shit, I got you, boss. Let's get it. Bro, I'm getting to it, bro. Oh, come on, man, chill. You start doing 25 boxes an hour now. Now you're doing 30 boxes an hour. Now you're fully automated. Do you understand? So if we're sitting here, you know, not doing nothing about it, right? Not even thinking about it, not even going outside the box to say they're not playing what they're saying. These people are not playing what they're saying. They're really saying you're going to eat bugs. You're going to eat crickets. They're really saying ain't going to have this. They're really saying you ain't going to have that. They're really saying most of y'all are going to be dead. It's too many people here. They're really saying this. These aren't nothing conspiratorial. This is factual data that they're saying openly and honestly in the fucking World Economic Forums and places like that. So I'll just say at a certain point, you're going to have to start doing something. At a certain point, like I said, we're going to have to fucking be communities. At a certain point, I could give solutions, but I ain't going to too much give all the solutions. But I would say one quick solution we need to be doing: stop buying Balenciaga, Louis Fui, Gindy, and Prada, and Dollar Wadala, and all that bullshit, right? Take that little $2,000-$3,000 you finna spend on a t-shirt, a pair of shoes, or whatever that stupid ass shit is, so you can look like an idiot with some Italian bullshit on and they don't even respect you. And they can be billionaires off your dumb ass because everybody's giving them 5 bands. So now how much more money? Y'all niggas are that dumb. So look, listen. You take that $5,000, right? You get 10 people you know. Everybody put in $5,000. 5 times 10. You already know what that is. You take that and you fucking buy a plot of land, because there's not even no much land left, because the bank buddy, he bought all of it, and Bill Gates bought all of it, and China got the rest of it. And the rest of it is people holding on to what they got. So you'd be hard pressed. It's hard, and I'm about to get on my grind for some shit, but it'd be hard pressed to find some land right now. So you get together with some people, you buy some land, and you turn that bitch into a village, man. A positive place where it ain't nothing wrong, nobody hurting nobody, everybody respecting everybody, everybody's groaning on code, and everybody's in respect, aligned with some type of values, and then that you build from there. That's the only way we're gonna survive. Because what are you gonna do when these robots come? You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. You're not gonna go. You're not gonna have a job. You're not. Matter of fact, the robots are probably gonna come after the virus takes everybody out. They gonna come after the smoke clears. Now that's thinking ahead, and I shouldn't be saying shit like that because I ain't saying nothing. But I heard from the horse, Bill Gates himself, saying they are ready for another stronger wave coming from Bill Gates himself. So I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying, hey, if the man himself said, the man right chill, if he said they shit coming, that motherfucker shit coming. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, niggas still don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's so much information out here right now that is so crazy and groundbreaking, like earthquakes happening in California and floods and this and that. Nigga, I don't care, it ain't me. I don't care, it ain't me. I don't care, it ain't me. When it's your turn, then what? Help, help, FEMA, help, somebody help. You got to be humble and be, when other people are going through hurt, you should hurt too. You don't got to send them no money and shit. Just say a prayer for them and prepare. Say a prayer for them and prepare for yourself. Prepare for your turn. Because your doomsday, your Armageddon or whatever they calling it, you don't know how that's going to come. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just really, man, to be honest with you, you better prepare. You better thank God. And we better be using this time we have wisely while we still have time on this earth, because it's a blessing to be alive in this beautiful earth. It is a blessing to be here, man. Everybody rushing to death, niggas is dying, shooting each other and all this wild shit. Man, it's a blessing to be here, man. It's a blessing. You know what I mean? It's a blessing, and while I'm here, I'm gonna teach a lesson. Because while I'm teaching, I'm learning. Because of my constant search for knowledge and information keeps me going and for teaching, gives me fuel to teach and things to teach about. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, Max, Jackson, whoever else was on here, sneak watching. Cause niggas be sneak watching my shit, man. Niggas be like, man, fuck this nigga. He be talking about that crazy shit, bro. No, niggas be sneak watching, and then they don't want to be real. Niggas can't even hit like buttons. Niggas can't do nothing, none of that shit that they do for a rapper. Niggas would be under a rapper's brand new video with 50,000 other people trying to put their comment in there with 50,000 other comments. Get your slave ass and show some respect to a real motherfucker who doing some real shit. And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about it's more of me, like I said before. It's a bunch of these motherfucker big badass out here, man. It's a bunch of us. And we're trying. If I die today, I'm gonna tell God I try my best with my kids, and I did my best. I do my best. I'm not gonna let nobody hurt my children. I'm not gonna allow myself to hurt them or allow nobody to hurt or do anything wrong, because those are my responsibilities that I created. It's my responsibility to raise my children. As a man, we made conscious effort to have children, so you have to take care of that. You don't fucking put your responsibility in nobody else's hands. As a man, you hold that shit down. You take care of that. You have pride. You should have pride in taking care of your responsibilities and being decent. Because how many decent people are left out here, man? How many? It's a few. Like I said, God put a few of us out here. I promise you, He did. And it's a true treat when players meet, man. It's a true treat when you meet another good person, man, because it ain't many of us left. You know, I appreciate everybody, man. I wanted to go deeper and deeper, but I really don't be having a lot of time. This is my quick little time I get to myself. But it's real time, full dedication to fatherhood going on around my way, man. That's why I only do a little quick live and, a little 45, 50, get my ass back to it, because I'm going to be real, man. Ain't no breaks as a parent, because idle time is the devil's playground. You give a child idle time to they self to do this, and that, they'll self-destruct. And that's going for I'm gonna tell you this too, and this might be triggering too, but I'm gonna say one thing. Men and women need each other, right? We need each other to the point where if a woman is left alone to her own devices, and I'm watching plenty of them do this, hundreds, I'm watching hundreds, I see it. A woman left to her own devices without a man self-destructs most 65% of the time, self-destructs. And what I mean by that, and this it goes for men too, because dudes by themselves will go into a bum mode because a man by himself don't need shit. A man by himself doesn't need clothes. He doesn't need shit. He'll sit in a corner and drink beer and smoke all day. And like that shit is real for both of us. But what I'm saying is we definitely need each other and we definitely have to support each other through our times and build each other up because we're gonna need each other, man. You're gonna need your brother. You're gonna need your mama. You're gonna need and I'm not talking about for money or help and no shit like that. Bro, we need each other to talk to. We need each other to build with. We need each other, man. This life is worth sharing and caring, man. This life is for sharing and caring. It's not supposed to be alone and all that shit, man. You're not. You're not supposed to be alone. So I'm about to go in here and get back, get some love and share some love with my little ones and, you know, make sure everybody's straight and shit. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in and tuning in. It's your big homie, Big Bad, man. Like, comment, share. Max Jackson, man. Subscribe to my channel if you ain't subscribed, man. Because I know you got some good wisdom and some good entertainment, whatever you want to call it. I know I know you fucking with the content, man. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for me, man. I appreciate you, big homie. God bless you. Good night, man. Thank y'all so much.